Great Britain visited the White House. Prior to the visit, Secretary of State Anthony Blinken, with his British counterpart David Lemmy standing next to him, gave the unambiguous impression that the Prime Minister and the President would announce their permission for the Ukrainians to use British and American long-range missiles to attack deep into Russia. In response to the impression that was given by Secretary Blinken, President Putin of Russia said this, cut number 5.
It is not about allowing the Ukrainian regime to strike Russia with these weapons or not. It is about making a decision about whether NATO countries are directly involved in the military conflict or not. If the decision is made, it will mean nothing less than the direct participation of NATO countries, the United States, and European countries in the war in Ukraine. This is their direct participation, and this, of course, significantly changes the very essence, the very nature of the conflict. This will mean that NATO countries, the United States, and European countries are fighting Russia. And if this is so, bearing in mind the change in the very essence of this conflict, we will make appropriate decisions based on the threats that will be created for us.
And then no announcement was made about the permission to use long-range missiles to strike deep into Russia. In fact, Joe Biden was pretty upset at Vladimir Putin's statement. Here he is telling a reporter, stop asking me questions. Here he's sitting down with Prime Minister Starmer and their staffs. We're right across the table from each other. Reporters are shouting questions about this topic, and he doesn't want to answer. Cut number 8.
Quiet till I speak, okay? That's what I say. Good idea?
What do you say to Vladimir Putin's threat of war, sir? It's a serious threat.
You got to be quiet. I'm going to make a statement here, okay? All right. Anyway, Mr. Prime Minister, welcome. Welcome back to the White House. Often said, there's no issue of global consequence where the United States and Great Britain can't work together and haven't worked together. And we're going to discuss some of these things right now. First, Ukraine.
What's your take on all of this? The statement, the intimations by Secretary Blinken, the very serious and clear statement by President Putin, probably a reaction on the part of the Defense Department not made public to what President Putin said, and then Joe Biden's irritation that this was being even asked of him in public.
First, let me start with the last point. Whether President Biden